sorry, I'm not around to take your call, but if you leave me a message, I'll get back to you. Or even better, you could text me and then I'll get back to you right away.
Hey guys, I'm drinking a boulevardier today. This is my go-to drink because it's very alcoholic and I like to get drunk fast. So today's episode we're going to be talking about how to deal with rejection and specifically negative feedback. I mean, I'm pretty used to dealing with rejection. I get rejected on a daily basis. Part of doing SEO and outreach is emailing a lot of people, and as a result, you get a lot of no's. Whether you're applying to jobs, whether you're applying to conferences, the fact of the matter is you're going to get rejected. I've been rejected from a lot of conferences in the past. So one thing I noticed from a lot of these conferences is that there was a lack of diversity, specifically a lack of female representation and a lot of lack of racial representation. So one thing I did is I started to write articles about the lack of diversity. What's so happened was that these conferences were just like, oh hey, do you want to speak at our event? And I was like, yeah. So that's how you can deal with rejection, is you can call it out spot on and maybe it will work out for you. But I thought instead of just telling you how I deal with rejection, it might be a good idea to call up some people and see how people in the industry actually deal with rejection. So I'm not sure if you guys know who Joanna Wiebe is. She runs Copy Hackers. I'm going to call her up. She's not answering.
Hi there, you've reached Joanna. Sorry, I'm not around to take your call, but if you leave me a message, I'll get back to you. Or even better, you could text me and then I'll get back to you right away.
Okay, that was a blatant lie. I straight up texted you and I got no response. I feel like I'm being rejected right now and this is really depressing for me. Joanna, I'd like for you to call me back. This is Nadia, by the way. We met one time. Joanna, I was gonna ask you for a tip on how you face rejection. Yeah, give me a call back. So Joanna did not answer the phone, which I feel is a blatant rejection in itself. So I'm gonna call my own boss.
Hi, this is Eugene from Vengage. Please leave a detailed message and your phone number, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Oh, I'm getting a call back, guys. It's Eugene Woo from Vengage. Hey, Eugene.
Hey, what up?
Can you tell me how you have dealt with rejection in the past?
Okay. Well, when I first started starting my own business, I did a lot of cold calling, and I got rejected pretty much 99.99% of the time. I never got really used to it. One good tip that I learned was that to get used to rejection early on, and I realized I had this job when I was a teenager, going house to house to sort of do surveys. And I had a job like that, and it was like pretty much the same thing. You basically go to every house, and then you get rejected. People are like, no, they slam the door in your face. You kind of build up the rejection. Your skin kind of gets a bit thick, and you can still knock on the door, even though you know you'll probably get yelled at or get rejected. When you really need to ask for something important, you don't really feel that bad. Having said that, the feeling of getting rejected doesn't go away. You just kind of get used to it.
So you're saying that the more opportunities you have to get rejected, the tougher your skin develops, and then you just get more used to dealing with the rejection, but there's really nothing you can do about it.
I would say, yeah. I mean, basically, you don't get it down as you would normally. I also think that, just naturally, I do some pretty stupid things, so I do get rejected naturally as well for lots of other reasons. Yeah, but that feeling in your stomach where you go like, oh damn,
So what I'm really gaining from this conversation is that if I ever have children, I should just reject them as much as possible so that eventually they get really tough skins and they can make it through life.
I would say, yeah, it's good to have some resilience, to build some resilience.
The main takeaway here is reject your kids as much as possible.
Yeah.
All right, have a good night. Bye. So let's see what some other people have to say. I'm going to try and call Joanna Wiebe again. Maybe she'll answer this time. Yeah, I texted you like 3 times and I got no response. Well, I don't even know her that well, and now I'm just like yelling at her. I'm just gonna hang up. One thing that you guys can do is just be really persistent and keep calling and keep emailing people until you actually get a response or they just block you, which I expect will happen with this person. I'm not getting any responses from anyone that I was trying to call to get feedback from. In this situation, my natural instinct is to just continue drinking. I'm gonna try one last person, and if that doesn't work, then that's the end of the ride. So I'm trying to call Ross Simmonds right now. He's probably not gonna answer. Oh, yo, what's up?
What's up?
So I actually wanted to ask you if you'd be willing to share a quick tip on how you deal with rejection.
That's a good question. So I think the best advice that I would give around getting over rejection is like that idea of just like on to the next one. I think that's the best mentality and approach you can take in terms of rejection in anything in life. If you can get excited about what's next, then that's the best way to bounce back.
Is this something you've had a lot of experience with, where you've actually had to you've been rejected enough?
Yeah, I think in business you have to be okay with getting rejection, and the best way to kind of just stay on your feet is to always have something that you can get excited about that's back. So like if you're going after a project and you get rejected, you get that no, you shouldn't ever be like down because of it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing this advice with us. I'm really happy you answered the phone, because I've called a lot of...
I saw the name. I wouldn't press decline when I saw your name come up. I
Oh my God.
even though I was about to go to bed in like 2 seconds.
Have a good night, man.
You as well. Take care.
Take care. Okay, I'm gonna try and call Joanna Wiebe one more time. Joanna Wiebe.
Hi there, you've reached Joanna. Sorry, I am not around to take your call, but if you leave me a message, I'll get back to you.
I really expected you to answer the phone. I realize this is the 3rd voicemail I've left you. I've had many drinks, like 5. I'm really disappointed. I thought I could trust you. You know what? Have a good life. Guys, to sum up what we've learned, the way to deal with rejection is to teach your kids early on by constantly rejecting anything that they ask for so that they grow up either more depressed or more resilient. We don't know. The other option is to cry. And of course, the last thing is perseverance and to just kind of shrug it off and move on to the next thing. You know, when people didn't answer my calls, I just called the next person. And eventually Ross answered the phone, which was really nice of him. Thank you so much for watching this episode and dealing with this drunkenness. Peace out.